Welcome back, folks. Pigs TV. I'm your host, Pigs, as usual. So today we're on a map called Supreme Isthmus, my favourite map in the map pool. There's two versions, the winter one and this summer. So obviously we're getting into the nicer weather now. It's changed over the year. It has changed over the thing. This has all been added in, which wasn't there before. What I was trying there, I don't know. I'm not going to go through the commanders because by the time I get through them all, they'll all start fighting anyway. But obviously we've got a couple of, we can talk about what's sort of going to happen. There's a couple of choke points here and all this metal that and things they can get up. So hopefully these two normally push forward and try and help each other. But I don't know what's happened. And then we get this one here and his counter. They'll start building the base up and then they should theoretically come down here and possibly push out here and vice versa. We'll see. Depending on some people change the strategy, so whoever tends to have boats will obviously tend to win the the sea battle before. And we have seen them in the past build a shipyard around here to protect, but you haven't got a lot of room, so we'll see what they want to do. Let's see how far. It's usually these ones that tend to come out and do the shipyard, but and these days this is, I don't think is it's big enough now for a Ragnarok to fit on, which you could have done before, which was really nice to watch. I think we've actually got some new music as well, which is quite nice as well. Oh, we got a little house from somebody. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on. The robber's going to start eating up some stuff, I would have thought. Grunts are just slowly moving out. These two are starting. These are going quite well. These are in tandem, which usually is what's the best instead of leaving somebody on their own. Little tick just moving around. Just probably a little bit of scouting here and there. Oh, we've got some crabs. A bit weird because they don't actually move. It's just the decal. I don't technically see the point of that, but that's their choice. You can actually blow this up. Actually, this area can be blown up, and the ships can do it. That was a long time ago. I've seen that done. Whoops. Pushing a little bit with a grunt, but not too much. Not too much. Just here and there, sniffing out. That's the best way. Send him back. Rocketeers are the aggregator would be. I was trying to think the name of the Cortex version. Aggregator would be better on this and kite them back and forth. But at the moment he's got these. It'd be nice to have them, sort of a bit further out than each other. They're a bit too together. Nice degun there. Commanders obviously now these years cannot degun each other. Whoa, that just took everything out. One left. That was a lovely play. This commander might actually go down here if he's not careful. He's lucky. Where's all your stuff, mate? It's alright having your commander on the front, but he's also a thing to get your base going. He's lucky, very lucky, in fact. It's usually where it happens. So you see what I mean? So this is a different play then. So I don't want to go too far from here, but if we look over here, so blue is done it and not the green, like I said. It's unusual that. It's normally the green that would build the shipyard in the centre and then they would build their own shipyard. I suppose it is a bit more protected, but I digress slightly. So there's a push going to come on with the grunts here. They should, well, they'll probably get absolutely obliterated before they even get anywhere close to them. Yep. Should have pulled back, really. Should have pulled back. Yeah, so the aggregators are going to, they'll take them out. Kite them back and forth. Pull them in, pull them out. because it makes the pawns and everything else very difficult to fire at them because obviously you're moving around. So they just stood still, easy target. Obviously the Rocketeers they're the opposites of each other. Rocketeers and aggregators. I think the aggregator fires slightly more range. I think no, it's exactly the same. I do apologise. I thought it was normally that a lot of the Cortex does have a lot more range on the stuff. Unless you're going for the nuke, and the nuke's more for the Armada, but it takes longer to produce. But you don't really see nukes very often, though. Normally the games are open by that, but we may see them in this since it's a bit longer. Beautiful D-gun, that. It should never have had them that forward. Not knowing full well where the commander was. It's seen it before, so I don't understand why. Yeah. Your incisors are not going to do much, but they'll. There's a lot of D-gun going on here. Well, clearly, I mean, I understand that these are quite experienced, apart from the couple in this team down here, the red team, that are not as experienced. But if we look at the graph up here, blue is definitely pushing away slightly on the old 1v, the group for certain, the teams, I should say. Group team. Depends on how you want to look at it, but it's normally a team. Yeah, see, this is better. Just kite them around. It makes these derp a bit more, and they go, oh, I'll fire it. No, I'll fire it. Because that's what you want to do. You want to get them to fire and then move forward. They'll, oh, nearly. Not really got a lot of them, to be honest. Nice commander. Always a nice commander that repairs his troops, doesn't let them go down. So we've got some maces on the battlefield now, and a medium assault tank. So it should be. Well, it technically should be the Reds. The Reds push this one, but they're not. But nice to get a radar. Radar would be nice. So you can actually see. It's alright getting light turrets, but if you've got no radar, you can't really see a lot. I mean, that's all he can see. He can't see down there, so he doesn't even know what's coming. But I know what's coming. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, take the thugs out of the way. See, again, it's too close. Spread them. It makes it incredibly difficult to fire against. Because they clumped up. You hit one of them, you end up getting... off another wall. You hit that, and obviously it affects the one next to it. AO damage. It's AOE damage. Area of effect. You just had to think then. I should know that. Yeah, what you saying? No, I thought he was on about there's something coming. Again, not much happening in the water. Water, sorry. Bad English. When we tell me off. It's not water, it's water. I think they're just posturing each other at the moment. Usually if you can get more of the aggregators and more as the Rocketeers than your opponent, you should be able to do quite well up to a point until the bigger units get on. The Centurion will do as long as there's not that many and we're all still on a T1, the Centurion will take a few hits. So you could push with that. Now we've got the aggregator out, so that's going to do quite, obviously, well, it's an aggregator, not an aggregator. I'm sure I just said that. My apologies. Like I say, I don't play with the Cortex units, so I do tend to get the naming wrong, but you'll probably, if you've watched it a lot, you'll know what I mean. So this incisors, again, just back and forth, back and forth. They're not going to do nothing. You build in them. It's not a big enough unit. I think the red is going to start to push now. back now and start to because there's not a lot happening. They're not. I know they're trying to get themselves going, but there's not enough. Are they going to use this against the? Yeah. See, that's a nice play. Pushing this out the way, they're just going to be cannon fodder and pushing in. Hopefully they'll see this this blue base. Although now they're going to take out the. That's tends to what's happened. You see. He's going to go. He's one more. That's it. He's dead. Right. So are they going to capitalise? Is the red going to capitalise on this push? That without them, the red did incredibly well. Fished really well on that push. It'd be nice if he was looking around though, because obviously he's not seeing the blue yet. Now he's seen the blue, so he knows there's some shipyard somewhere around. So hopefully he's going to take that out. Unfortunately, light mob artillery is a bit late. We needed that about 5 minutes ago, maybe. Kiting back. Oh, we got T2. Sheldons are on, so they'll make short-term work of the thug. The blue could come back here. It depended on how long before the red's going to have the T2 out. Didn't really need to kite back, to be honest with you. Not with the T2 there. That's going to be no struggle. I mean, he's only just getting it out, like, but he's got 3. About 5 or 6, and he should be fine. He's eating the commander up, so he's going to do quite well here. What can he see? He still can't see a lot. It doesn't seem to be any radar on here whatsoever that I can see. No radar. That's absolutely surprising. Oh, we got air, but no radar. How would you get with a radar? It's great for the aggregate as well, because obviously it can see further. I mean, it's it's sort of useless now because that's it. There's nothing coming down, but it's done its job. We can't diss it too much. So we've got the missile and the pounder. Pounder's good against a swarm unit, so a load of pawns, for an example. It can take a little bit of battering against the Rocketeers if it goes right, but it's probably best something like a Janus or something like would have a good go. A couple of German Januses would have a good go at a pounder. Again, the only trouble is with that is obviously the time it takes to recharge a Janus. But as we've seen before, getting 3 or 4 of them, they will take commanders out. So this is the norm. So you get probably about 5 Sheldon, and you always get a jammer, and you always get a radar. That's the norm. And the obviously, the sharpshooter is the Armada's version, which I think is an absolutely fantastic unit. I love it because it has like a handbag, and it folds the handbag out and then it shoots. Where these are just, these are on the hands sort of thing. How the hell do they eat? God does not. But obviously the bots, so they don't eat. But you know what I mean. No, absolutely not. You're going to get absolutely creamed, my friend. Don't understand that. I know what he was trying to do. He was either trying to get close to take him out, or he was going to degun him. But the only way he was going to do that, he should have hid himself, but he didn't. He didn't at all. So I don't understand the point of that. There's nothing really happening on. Yeah, we've got now a battleship out already. But now that's quite fast for this time. So. But the Sheldon ball is either going to get bigger. It's not. I would have thought he would have added a few more on there. I mean, we've got, what have we got? 11. So we've got 9. We've got 9. You don't really want one more. I mean, obviously people grow and keep going, but I don't think you need it unless you want to split the 2 units up and come down here as well, and then that you can see. This is just like this is a meat grinder. That. Just move them. Just don't have them there. It's otherwise, it's just you're just getting them taken out for nothing. Or if you're going to do something, just go in with them. if you're gonna get them killed, you might as well get them killed by trying to do something and put her off, and then you may get. He's got some fiends here. See, that's what he should have done. Take them in and use the fiends behind, and then they would have taken all the shots, because obviously that's how it works. Or he could at least got a scanner and you know. Oh, so now we've got some here, so he's got the Sheldon ball as well. So that'll countermand the Sheldon ball that's here. Careful, you'll hit your Sheldon. So he's got a lot of artillery, light artillery. Unless it's actually out there on the line, it's going to be useless. Are we gonna? While are we waiting? Because obviously there's not a lot happening. They've stopped at the moment. So we're going to see the. Well, he's fixing him. He's definitely fixing. I think they've have they upgraded these? I'm not too sure. Sorry about that. Just had a sneezing fit. I didn't want you to have to listen to that, so I had to mute the mic. That's why I didn't move. So, right. So he's got a good Sheldon ball. Now, how's he going to do this? He hasn't got it. Oh, there we go. Now he's got the jammer. We've got 19 Sheldon against. How many have we got? Come on. 12. So 19 beats 12. So he still should win. Oh. Well. Apologies there. Missed that one. Didn't see that coming actually. Even though I'm looking on the map, but. I was wanting to concentrate on this to see, because they're relatively even, though this is technically a lot more than what they've got. So we've got some aggregators. I'm going to write this one, aggregator. And we've got some grunts, but they're not going to do much now. It's the art of the T2. See, that's what they're doing, you see. They're going to jam. Unusual getting a vehicle jammer. That doesn't normally happen very often. See, I don't know whether this is a misplay. I would have wanted to do that. Push them out. I know he would have needed a couple of more jammers, but he's just giving them away. Just giving them away. So there's a couple of commanders gone, but not, you know, I know this is obviously higher now for the blue again, but it's not redeemable, that's for certain. Bit of red. Pushing them in there is just a meat grinder, don't even bother. Unless you wanted to, your pounders are, yeah, but the counters can't get close, so they're just gonna. They won't do much against the T2 aggression, but they'll do something if you can get them close. And this is going to go absolute if they get found, which they are again. The trouble is he stopped. The blue team had the upper hand for a few minutes, only a few minutes, but it would have been enough to. Push that ball a bit further down, and they didn't do it. So this is just got to go nowhere. This is definitely it's definitely Reds to lose. The thing is the Blues got everything more apart from one. You know, more metal, more energy, and things like that. But they're just not using it. That's all. Where Red is using it. I'd like to see these in front just to soak up some hits and not take out your Sheldon ball. Your Fiends are a bit close as well, so they can't, you know, like I said, if you can, when you're playing, if you can press your shift and roll them out and then roll them forward again with your shift, that way it's very difficult for an enemy to hit you know, have counter damage against more, you know, like I said before, the AoE. I know you need obviously more of the jammers and things, but it's best. And usually, what I would have done is put the maces in front, walk them in. They would have taken some shots, and the Sheldon ball could have then helped it, because you can't see. You haven't got. He's got a couple of radars now. He didn't have them before a few minutes ago, so that's why now it's working. Fiends against. See, that's exactly what I meant. Put them in the front. He could have done that before. This is actually going really well for the red now. Although it's still not over. This can still be they can still be countered. If they get in there, if they can get in. Well, it's a quite good army, but it's like what's he got to use to fight it? The only thing I can think of is his team member got some air. If he's got some air and bombers, these will just get absolutely obliterated. He's pushing these shelters really far compared to what's happening before. So what's these ducks? I thought they were ducks. They don't do much on land, but they'll do quite well in the oops, on the water. Janice, there you go. See what I mean? The Janice is. Oh, now we got a Tsar. A Tazar, but I just call it a Tsar. I don't know why they call it Tazar, but I think it's just a Tsar. They are doing incredibly well as a red. That's a huge push. But wait a minute. You stop, my friend, and you're getting a double laser. He's a twin guard, I should say. He's taking you. Yeah, that's better. Fire it. That's fine. It was obviously looking somewhere else. That's what was happening. Yeah, you're gonna use it. You're gonna lose all these shoulders. Because obviously you haven't got your radar or your jammer. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Is that the Black Hydra? I thought it was the big gun. The Armada's the flagship. It takes a huge amount of time to build, but it is worth it if you can get it out. So what are we doing now? Getting some ducks running around. These are not going to do nothing on unless they're in the water against ships and things. It's about even, I would have thought, in the race on the water. Although this is doing some quite nice bit of damage. Flipping hell, he's incredibly far forward. I mean, you think he started right the way back there. It wouldn't take much to either come. That's what I mean. He has got no protection. He's got some maces. Bring the maces up. Yeah, here we go. Hide that commander, because he's going to get you. Or hide him round this corner at least. Do something. Anyway. Are they coming back? I think they might actually be coming back here as the blue. Yeah, see, now we go and look at the... It's changed over again. Well, I know the blue was... Oh, there you go. I actually caught it. I caught a commander, thank God. Some absolute ding-dong battles on the shippy against the blue and the red. They're having a right old ding-dong. The battleship. I do like playing bar on the ships, but it's definitely a more difficult play. I do need to practice a lot, and it's like, ugh, I'm not very good at this. But I do like it. A lot of people don't. It's not everybody's cup of tea, if you like. Right, so we'll just sell. Are we just spamming grunts now? I think we are actually. Yep, we're spamming grunts. Hmm. I'm not a great lover of that. Not when you've skewed the front in that respect, but I don't know whether I was gonna say, has everybody got a nuke yet? Because you know, a jammer. No, not everybody has. So we're getting another one here. This'll do well. So, like I said, we got the hounds T2. They got Gauss cannon. They could do longer range, you know, and a projectile parabolic curve, so they can do a lot more of a curve as well. So, I am a fit. I do like the hound. I must admit, it is one of the units that when I play, I tend to do it. Although I haven't played in, it's been so long. It's been months. After this development I'm doing for the channel, I think we're gonna have to get back into it and start playing some bar. And then then you can ridicule me for being that bad. Right, so we got a bit of a run by here. So what are they doing with the salamander? I was trying to think. It's definitely not the pounder, because the pounder can't do that. But this will do some damage, and he hasn't got any energy either. So this might take a lot of blue out. Still a huge push coming. It's a bit of a meat grinder. The pawns won't do well against the bases, but if he keeps running them in, they're bound to take out that already. So Salamander's he's just running. This is the right way to me. Don't stop, just keep going. Because if you stop, because it's easy to obviously kill him. Although the Sheldon ball will take a lot of that out, and they're running now. So I think this might be the end of the push. But what it's going to do is it's going to stop this section from going too far forward as well. So they're taking their eye off to the other side and might allow this to come back. You think they've got most of this? I mean, look, this now is all out, and this section. Oh, it's a figure eight. You know, compared to the other, but it's still really on it. They still haven't won yet. By no means, it's not out. You always say it's not out till the fat lady sings. I'm just going to take out that. I think it can take some of this out as well. Not too sure whether it can get to any of this from there. It'd have to get it from here. So it's catch-22, but it could fire it from there. I'm quite surprised it's not put any tidal waves in the water. It's sort of free energy, to be honest with you. Because tidal wave's 21. It's not going to go down. No, that's the mammoth. I was going to say it's a sumo, but it's not. It's a mammoth. Not enough energy to power it, though. So it's a bit dead in the water, which is unusual, which is unfortunate, because it's a good unit. There you go. So it's like, if they can surround it, they'll take it out. Things happening all over in this map. Look, they're just firing. Right, let's go back again. I don't think you're going to get... That's the Quaker, I think. Yeah. You're not going to get it. So that's the heavier artillery. You're not going to get past that. It'd be nice that, if he, again, spreaded them out a bit. There wouldn't be then... Although they're not derping, it would be just... You know, they might be all firing at the same unit sort of thing. No, this isn't going to do anything. You're just chucking out... You're just chucking them out for nothing. They have to do a hell of a run, though. That's a huge rod. No. That hydrant's going to take that out. So is he going to have a go at taking this out? He'll have to hit. He'll have to do a lot of hitting. Oh no, he can't see it, can he? That's the thing. Yeah, he can't see it because it's hidden, so that's why. It's bouncing off. He'll know there's something. He'll know there's a shield there because he should be able to see, you know, what he's sitting at. It will get through eventually, though, because the shields will fail. They're almost failing. They've only got 16% left, so this is going to go soon. And if he can get this jammer, if he can find it, then he could tick it out. All this air, what's the air going to do? There's no point doing it, having it there. You're going to send some in? Why didn't you bring some bombers in to blow up this? You could have made some bombers instead of just making fighters. Especially when you haven't seen fighters. Should have done some scouting, although early on though, I suppose you don't want to let your opponent know that you've got air. Now you see, it's getting through. So even though the jammer's there, he's just because of the sheer power. Well, he's got two in there now, and he's probably got a missile. Oh, it's the anti-nuke. So sometimes you can put with a missile launcher, and the missile launcher can fight even further. So yeah, this isn't just going to do anything. It's just going to be absolutely meat grind. But taking that out, they can push forward, so why aren't you coming forward? You've got a lot of hounds there that could be. I mean, that's a huge amount of hounds at 35. They could easily push forward now. Carganet. It's like a big spider. It'll go up, yeah, it'll go up the wall. I'll try to go. There's a couple of different variants, but some small, but this is the biggest one. This is T3, so T3 is already out. Because it's a you know, a longer game, I would have expected T3 to be out, but on both sides. So Masons will take all this out, unless the unless the Hydra gets them, and then they just it's absolutely obliterated. I mean, it's unbelievable amount of 170, 180. It's taken out units, unbelievable. Heavy rocket, no. You want something that can fire from a long way to take out these, or at least push the Hydras back. This is your problem. You've got nothing. Oh, that was a good shot. You've got nothing to actually push them back. Now they're moving forward. A little late. I think that we should have been able to do this beforehand. What's happening here? Definitely going to take out that shipyard. So they're going to get in the meat and potatoes of this this red, I think. It was touch and go. The Marauder, T3, light T3, like the first tier of the T3. It's a bit like a stronger bull, which is I would call it 2.5. That's it. Now the pawn's pushing. Oh, that's it. Taking out the energy converters. That's done some nice bit of damage. Unless he can get something out, which I don't really think he can. What have we got? Advanced. So we got the T2. That's not what I was. The Tiger's okay. Could have kept these back a bit. See, he's got no energy. These would take out the Happens quite easily. Well, the Carganet will take them out, but they're a bit derpy slow. They derp a bit, and it's like they really haven't got the right sort of power. Although it's going quite well. Yeah, the Hydras, he don't care. We'll just fire at everything. This. Oh, get out. You are. It's definitely. This is definitely the. I would say the Blues. It was touch and go because it was definitely the Reds took out, moved all of that up there. They got about half of that. The top. Yeah, there's far too much now. This may be the end, unless they can pull something, a rabbit out of a, of the hat. All the Blues going to lose, so that's something. He's going to lose all, but it's sort of a little bit late. Reds finally got the C, and lost everything else. There we go. Looks like they've caved in. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this first play for a while of Supreme Isthmus, and it's version 2. So we'll see you again, and we'll see you again in another bar. Thank you very much. Bye now.